Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and I like to colour. It is September, the 2nd of September to be precise. I should have done this yesterday but I didn't, so I'm doing it today. Stating the obvious. I wanted to go over what I got done in, August. I have trouble with my months. I can name them, you know, in order. I can do the seasons. But if you ask me what comes before the month I'm on, I have to go through all the months to get to the month where I am, to know the month that was before the month that I am. So I actually had a pretty alright August. It was August, September, yes. I had quite a good August, even though I had about a week off because I was really dizzy. I've got some ear infection or something. It's been driving me insane. It's not an ear infection. It's just a inflamed ear, and well, when your ear's inflamed, your balance goes woo, and I couldn't stand for a few days. But that aside, I got quite a bit done. I did do one that I didn't. I've done a video, but yeah, I'm not in love with it. So this one here, I did this one. Got some black fingerprints on there because, well, I got lazy. Not lazy. I just started to just full thick black backgrounds. They take a lot of time and they take a lot of patience, and sometimes it's just like, oh, get this over and done with. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick one in there just to try and get me back into colouring, and I kind of feel like a toddler did it, to be honest. But whatever, we all have our bad days, our bad weeks, our bad years. This one here is It. Now, I love It. Pennywise, Bill Skarsgård, Tim Curry, all of them, love them all, been through it all, love them all, and I actually really liked colouring this one in. It was simple, but it had a lot of small details in areas like the rain and that. I've never done rain dropping before, and drips falling off his raincoat. I used mainly Prismacolor on this, I believe. Yes, because I haven't had a very expressive month, so I just decided to stick with Prismacolors. So I wanted to do it kind of like what it was like in the scene, in the movie. So this was a dark grey because it's concrete. Mind you, in the movie that's not grass, that leads up to somebody's, well, it might have been grass, but it leads up to some old lady's house who sees the mess in the gutter after Pennywise gets to Georgie and just ignores it, as you do, you know, big massive red stuff, just ignore it. Anyway, Pennywise, I love Pennywise. I'm going to do more of this one because I really did. That puzzle one looks alright. I really did enjoy doing this one, and I'm actually really happy with how his raincoat turned out. I got the shadows in there because most of the time I will start with the sun up here. So in my mind, the sun is coming this way. So that's how I work. So all my shadows and that go from there. Now, technically this should be a little bit darker, but it isn't. I might fix that up later. I wanted his paper boat. Oh God, I haven't even had my first round of chemo yet and I've already got a foggy brain. His paper boat in the movie is kind of like a sandy yellowy colour, so I decided to follow through with that. And obviously the green grass and that, and Pennywise, I just wanted Pennywise to be Pennywise because he is just I don't know what it is I love about him. It's just gruesome, and like, I should do that page too. It's just I love Pennywise. I know I've said that many times, but I actually do. And I completely forgot that I did a Dark Fairytales. I did, because I had a break from this one for a little bit. Well, I thought I had a break, but obviously I didn't. So I did a double page spread on this one, so that counts as 2 pages, obviously, because it's a double page. So far I've done the little flower pot, Pennywise, and these 2, so that's 4 already. I've already beat my July. This is mainly Prismacolor. I wanted him to be vibrant and jesterish, you know, like a jester back in the old timey days. And red was the best color that I wanted for him, because red is so in your face, and so the opposite of red is green, so I decided to do the rest green. And I wanted all of their faces to be you know, zombie-ish, and his red smoke is getting in their eyes and controlling their eyes and leaking out their eyes. I don't know what I was thinking there. I just wanted it to kind of leak out. And the rats are everywhere, and I just did brick houses. Brick house, she's a brick house. Don't sing. Because when I lived in England, most of the houses that I saw there were brick. I'm not saying they all are brick, because yeah, they're probably not. I dare say it, England has heard of wood. Like timber, like you know what I mean. Anyway, so I just wanted it mainly to be what I envisioned the old time to be, and that would have been brick houses with moss and that growing on it. Because where I lived in Lincoln, they had this arch, and it was a gorgeous old arch, but it was covered in all this green moss, which probably held it together and made it look more magnificent and beautiful. I used to walk up there and take photos of it all the time, just these bricks with all this moss on it. Anyway, off topic. So yeah, it was a little monotonous doing all of their clothes. I figured out that I'm not a huge fan. Like, I like doing his, I like doing the bricks and that, but when it came to the clothes, I just get bored doing clothes, like, you know, little clothes like this that are just like bits and bits and bits everywhere. I kind of get bored of that, but that's my own problem, and I need to get past that in order to keep going and getting better. But yeah, this was Prismacolor and some some red glittery paint stuff. Words elude me. And this one here was a different one. The background took longer than it did to colour the actual picture. Just trying to get all the squares and that. So this is another double page spread. So what's that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 pages so far that I got done. 6 pages, count them. 6. Yes. I wanted the goldfish to be gold because, well, goldfish. I did the birds that colour because of my Quaker that I had that I lost just recently. Well, not just recently, but not too long ago. And he's got a special place in my heart. So most birds, when I have a bird to colour like this, I'm guessing I'm going to colour him his colours, because he was such a beautiful blue aqua Quaker. He was my baby. This is Prismacolor and Derwent Metallics. I wanted to try out the Derwent Metallic ones, and some of them are good. This is the copper, yeah. I wanted her little headpiece to be metallic, like with black and white. Gee, I say hum a lot, don't I? And I just wanted it to be simple and not overly colourful. I just wanted it to be like what I envisioned, a weird looking metallic clippy, scissory thing would be. And the background took forever. Used most of my pencil, which really frustrating. I mean, I know it's only a couple dollars, but I don't have a shop here that sells Prismacolors, you know, so I have to order them online. So when you order them online, you have to pay for postage as well. So I don't do it until I need a few. But yeah, I just wanted it to be simple, and I mainly picked this one because the background was going to be easy, and I used these two pens as well. I'm finding, so I like this one, it definitely highlights better, but I'm starting to use this one more, even though it's very watered down. This is the Posca. The Thule one is great, but it just didn't last very long. It just dries out, and then when you wet it again, it only starts working a little bit. And then I just want one that works, you know, just that isn't flat. So this one here is very watered down, and you have to go over it a few times. So it's like that. This one here is brighter when it decides to work. Sometimes it just doesn't like to go over the coloured pencil. So it'd be nice to have one that just worked. Like the Thule art pen does work. When it works, it is great. It is brilliant. But then it stops working, and then you got to wet it, and then it still stops working, and then it's just. I just want one that works, you know. Anyway, read it over. And this one I did. It was a random one that I just decided to do because I was really dizzy, and I just wanted to do a simple one that had no thought involved. So this was just color it in, and I just wanted it to be kind of realistic. So I wanted the balloons to be kind of 3D-ish. I wanted the shadows in there, and I did actually have an alright time doing this one. It wasn't so bad. I didn't hate it. I'm not a huge fan of Johanna Basford's, but when you're in the mood for a simple one, or you don't even have to do it simple. You can, a lot of hers you can do, like this one here, you could do some amazing things with it. What is that? Some gooby on my page. Yeah, you can do amazing things with Johanna Basford's pictures. It's just sometimes I'm not in the mood for thinking outside the box, or you know, doing things like that. So I just wanted to do a simple one with the reflections and the shadows, and just a simple background with some birds flying. And yeah, this was Prismacolors 2 and Pan Pastels as the background. And that I actually have one that another one that I'm halfway through. Oh. And it's this one, Big Dragon. So that is a partial done in July, August. I will learn my months. I will learn them. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. So I did 7.5 pages in August, which I'm really happy about actually, considering I was a little bit sick for it. I have to say this was my most enjoyable and my most liked and fun, and I like the end product. So this was definitely my favourite one. And I think I am definitely going to do another one of this in September. Yes. Anyway, most of these I use Prismacolors for, and some Pan Pastels. Sometimes I just use the Pan Pastels because they get the base on smoother. Like I'll show you, I used Pan Pastels on this one. So I used Pan Pastels on this bit here of his wings just to get, or her, is she a her or him? I don't know. Just to get the base down, because the coloured pencil, the permanent red that I was using, it would have been scratchy and like that. So I used pencil on that because it's a lot less to colour in. So that whole thing would have been like that, and it would have taken quite a few layers. So I just used the Pan Pastels as a quick well, you call it cheap, but it's still colouring and using stuff. But yeah, and then I'm going to go over it with the pencils. Like that bit there was like that. I'm still working on it. Still hasn't got the highlights or anything, but yeah, that did look like that. So that is why sometimes I choose to use pan pastels. But anyway, I digress. So it was my favourite one to do this month, and I'm going to get that House of Dragons done. Hopefully today, but probably tomorrow. In reality, I am going to get on and do another video of what I want to get done in September, and then I am going to do some tutorials, and I'm also going to do a challenge for myself to do a whole page or majority of a page in pan pastels, just to see if I can do it, because I'm just curious to see. And I will say, with every single page that I do on here, even just the ones with just pencil, I always cover them with a fixative. Doesn't matter what fixative, I use a workable fixative. Just because if you don't, when you've got the book closed, all these colours here are going to go onto this page here, and then you're going to ruin this page here. Anyway, that is my rant and not rant. I'm not ranting. That is my droning on about what I got done in August. Yes, I just went through the months in my head very quickly to figure out it was August. This is what I got done in August, so I actually did quite a good job this August. I'm quite happy. Yay me. September is going to be just as good, and I'm going to do some more tutorials and more challenges and things like that. So yeah, I'm back, and I'm going to do more and better things. And I'm going to get a dictionary and get bigger and better words too. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.